Most people love a fantastic steak sandwich, but in this video, I'm gonna show you how to elevate it. We're gonna take it to all new levels of flavor. This is a really, really fun one. Less talking, more cooking. Let me show you how to do it. Now, if you've ever made a ribeye steak, you know that there are two parts. Check this out. We have the eye and the spinalis. You ever notice when you cook a ribeye, that spinalis is always just perfect and wonderful? That is what we're gonna be utilizing today. So let's take both of our steaks and put them on our cutting board. Now don't worry, this next part might be a little frightening for some of you. We're gonna cut the spinalis off of the eye. You can kind of follow, I mean, nature gives us a decent roadmap. Just follow that fat line, little trim here and there. We're gonna separate all the way down the spinalis from the eye. Don't worry, we are definitely making this beauty later. Let's get the other one because we need two to make this little trick work. Now the spinalis has a different protein structure, which is why it's so tender and delicious. So we're gonna cut this off completely. Now we have two spinalis, right? So now this is not a sandwich, obviously. So we have another little piece to do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with the first one. We're gonna kind of start coiling it up. So I'm just making a nice little roll. I'm gonna pull the second one in, fat side toward the outside, because we do want that. Now I'm gonna start coiling the next one, keeping it nice and tight all the way around till we create that beautiful little action here. Now I'm gonna grab two skewers, wooden skewers. Now we're gonna try to fasten this down so we stay nice and tight. If you want to, go through just the end piece like that, pull it around to the other end piece, just to get some leverage. We're gonna go all the way through to the other side. Beauty. Now let's take the other one, repeat the process, start with the tip, just like that, right through, kind of pull it a little bit, get some leverage, and tuck in all the way through the center. So what we're left with is something just like that. So it kind of like we recreated our steak, flatten it out just a little bit so we have a nice even surface for some sear. Now I absolutely love that. We're gonna hit this with some Chicago steak seasoning. If you haven't had it, you are missing out because it is crazy delicious. Be sure to get both sides. Get some seasoning all over that fatty side. Be fairly generous with it too. The spinalis can take a lot of seasoning, so don't be shy. Beautiful. That looks great. Now I've been preheating my griddle to on low. I'm gonna crank it up to medium, medium high. We want that to start smoking. So I'm gonna add just a bit of oil. And what I want is that to be a screaming hot surface. So we're gonna wait until we actually physically see the smoke coming up, which should be 60 seconds or so. That looks fantastic. What we want is that big, bold sear. So we're gonna go right down. Oh, there it is. Give it a press, kind of flatten it out a little bit. Oh man, fantastic, gorgeous. All right, while that is cooking, let's talk about the next piece of the puzzle, which is, I mean, it's kind of like a vinaigrette that we're gonna put on our onions, but not truly a vinaigrette. If you haven't yet, there is that fantastic smash burger trick where you can use a mandolin to get the onions really, really, really thin. We're gonna use the same trick, but we're doing it on red onions for our garnish. And we're not gonna be cooking these onions, so we don't have a whole lot of opportunity to impart new flavor. So this is a really great way to do that. I've got my mandolin. If you don't have one of these things, it's just a really, really good tool, extremely versatile as well, but you want very, very thin, almost paper thin, like slightly translucent pieces of onion. Now we're not doing a traditional pickle because we don't have that much time. This is more of a quick pickle. So exposing more of that cellular structure on the onion by having it really thin helps the vinaigrette kind of penetrate and we get more of those beautiful, beautiful flavors. That should be pretty good. I like that. Now let's throw all of this into a bowl. Can you tell how thin that is? Like stunning, gorgeous, look at that. Stunning, love it. Love it. Throw all of that into a bowl. Now we're gonna add a bit of arugula as well. Now arugula is a fantastic peppery peppery green. It's got a lot of flavor in it. Now to this, we're gonna add some whole grain mustard and a bit of sherry vinegar. You could hit it with just a touch of oil and some salt and pepper and give that a nice toss until everything is evenly coated. Now this really is gonna give us a ton of flavor where you otherwise might be missing out on just a good opportunity to add some deliciousness. Now speaking of deliciousness, we're gonna add a bit of mayo to a bowl for our sauce. Now the sauce is pretty, I would say, simple, basic. I mean, that doesn't really do it justice. When you say something is simple or basic, it kind of doesn't sound like it's special, but it is, because we're compounding all the flavors. I'm getting nerdy. We're gonna add some Worcestershire sauce to this, just a splash. And you know, I wanna also add a bit of lemon. Now the lemon is gonna give us a little brightness that we don't have from any of the other ingredients just yet. It's like a sweet brightness, whereas the vinegar is more of that punch, that tang, that bite. You know what, let's hit this with just a bit of pepper, and well, we'll do a little salt too. And give that a mix until it's evenly incorporated. Essentially what we're looking for is a smooth, delicious sauce. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Come on, come on. Oh, I have one idea. Check this out. I'm gonna pour some of that vinaigrette right in there. I want a little bit more zip in my sauce. So it's just a touch. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's gonna add a little bit of acidity, a beautiful, oh, that sherry vinegar, come on. See, complementary flavors. That's what I'm talking about. My steak is sounding done. Oh yeah. Oh, so good. Let's check our steak out. Oh, friends, come on. Can you witness this magic? Beautiful. It's holding together nicely because of our little trick with the skewers. We're playing, we're having fun, flavors through the roof. All I have left to do is slice some tomatoes and toast my buns, and it's almost time to eat. I'm gonna add some cheese. Don't freak out. It's kind of like a cheesesteak. 2 slices of provolone, and let that melt while the bread is toasting. And my friends, can I just tell you how stunning all of this is becoming? Oh yeah, a nice light little toast. Let's bring our bread over to our cutting board. And I wanna actually let my steak rest a little bit. Now this isn't a traditional cheese steak, right? So it's not thinly shaved ribeye, this is just spinalis. So I'm gonna take my whole steak over here, and we're gonna let this rest just for a couple of minutes. We can go ahead and take these skewers out because we don't need them anymore. Very carefully, hold together, beauty. Let's get rid of the other one and let this rest for about 4 to 5 minutes before we finish plating. It's been just a few minutes. It is time to plate this beast up. For those moments where you just get super, super excited about what you've done. There we go. Let's get some of that sauce down on our bottom bun. Oh yeah, creamy, beautiful sauce. You know, let's do both. Let's do the top one too. Some of that sauce on there is nice. It's a good creamy, cold departure from the hot sandwich and the other garnish. Now we're gonna put down some of our arugula and onions. Let some of that drain off a little bit. You don't want too much of that vinaigrette on your bread. Oh yeah, don't be shy. There's a ton of flavor there. Now let's add 2 slices of tomato. I like it. Now our stunning, oh wow, look at this. Look at this thing. Maybe my eyes are a little bigger than my belly. Wow, come on. Steak sandwich through the roof. The only thing left to do is take a bite. I'm gonna give this bad boy a slice, just so we can see all those goodies. Oh wow. Oh, the aromas are insane. Oh, come on. Can you just give it a one time? That, my friends, is what you call an epic steak sandwich. I don't even know how I'm gonna get after this. Here we go, I'm gonna take this guy right here. Ooh, we've got some of those beautiful pickled onions. Quick pickle. Look at this cook on that steak. Gorgeous. I love cooking steaks on the Blackstone. Get a nice even sear. Here we go. If you don't get it over your face, you're doing it wrong. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Flavors through the roof. I'm a mess. I'm gonna just continue to be a mess. I'm gonna need a minute. I'll be back. It's one of those. Like hasta lasagna, don't get any on you. I don't know. Crazy delicious is what I'm trying to say. Through the roof. Amazing. So delicious. Don't forget you can use that eye where we cut the spinalis off of those steaks. We can use those eyes for something else. But this, my friends, this is a crazy delicious steak sandwich. I just cleaned my face off. It's about to get messy again. So I'm just going to say see you later, and I'll see you guys in the next video.